Всем привет, и сегодня мы начинаем проходить Red Dead Redemption Remastered. Так, играть. Обычный режим. Исход в Америке.
Extra, extra, health benefits smoking. Extra, extra, read all about. Hey, watch it, mister. Read all about it. Bill Williamson's gang terrorizes and molesting. Extra,
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Want to drink some whiskey later? Read all about it.
Идем в салон, короче. Вон метка на карте. Сделал, кстати, звук игры самой лучше. И голос теперь стал лучше. Ну, блин, чуть тут не доработал, так сказать. И получается теперь слышно, как компьютер шумит. Ну ладно, потом, если что, исправлю. Думаю, ничего страшного.
Over here. You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Идите за Джейком к лошадям.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Садитесь на лошадь. Я думаю, шум особо мешать не будет.
No, I'm done.
Видео.
Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust. Whoa.
Ну, теперь хоть звук получше стал. Отправляйтесь с Джейком в Форт Мерсер. Так, левый shift это чтобы ускориться. Левый КТРЛ, чтобы замедлить лошадь и остановиться. Да блин, стой уже.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians. Or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days.
Yeah.
Два ворона каких-то. Ну, отличий, кстати, особо я не вижу с оригиналом. Может, чуть изменилось. Детализация там. Чуть-чуть, может, что-то сделали, но особо я никаких отличий не вижу. Не, ну понятно, на компьютере лучше. Когда на Xbox играл, вообще мыло было.
That's right.
Блин, вот это тут шум, блин. Не знаю, блин.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. That's how I am. I don't mean nothing by
Я
it.
думаю, сильно мешать он не
There's
будет.
things you're better off not knowing.
Надо потом будет донастраивать и убрать эту
Load up now.
You don't
фигню.
look much like no Blackwater fella.
That's because I ain't.
Well, I'm being honest, I don't care much for those highfalutin
Blackwater ain't much of a city. More of a town with illusions, but no, me
Так,
neither.
какая-то станция тут уже.
Come on.
Рио Браво.
A fella told me he was out in Blackwater a few months back and saw one of them newfangled carriages without horses.
Is that so?
And you wind them up like a clock. Damnedest thing ye ever saw without the aid of liquor, he told me.
Times are changing fast. That's for sure.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The
Я не
fort's just
понял.
over this hill.
Что это? Труп какой-то? А то я проезжал, ничего вроде не было. Потом как появился.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Подъедьте к форту Мерсер. Кстати, я этот форт знаю. Он во второй части тоже есть. Во втором Redemption. Там постоянно враги. Там бабла можно, кстати, заработать. Много. Знакомый форт.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
You never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Ух ты!
Oh.
Ничего себе! А я что-то не помню этого момента. Когда проходил еще на Xbox 360 там. Так, а это кто? Новые друзья, старые беды. Так, вот уже Джон очнулся.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Так, может хоть уже сейчас дадут свободно играть. А то одни катсцены. Присоединитесь к Бонни. Я не знаю, сколько уже прошло времени, блин, но одни, блин, заставки. Пока особо такого геймплея никакого не было.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Так, идем за Бонни. Это та Бонни, которую мы видели в начальной катсцене, где она в поезде, по-моему, была. Ага, это вы, чтобы сфокусироваться.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up
Посмотреть на тюрьму.
outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you.
Так, садимся на новую лошадь.
Let's make a tour of the ranch so you can get your bearings.
Сопровождаем Бонни. А, это... Ага, пробел это... Прыжок. Во время поездки верхом рядом со спутником удерживайте левый shift, чтобы подстроиться под его скорость.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Так, это какой-то магазин.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. Giddy up!
Это ж получается
That's the
события
train station.
тут происходят уже после
The line finally got finished,
второй
bringing
части.
in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Наоборот,
Change is only good
получается.
when it makes things better. I don't have time to be waiting around.
Come on.
Хрена себе лошадь быстрая, блин. Во втором Redemption они, блин, как-то помедленнее.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Yeah.
Конюшня. Да куда, блин? Я ж влево нажимаю. Да блин, глянул я уже на эту конюшню.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Так, привязать. Привязываем
Well, are we
лошадь.
going inside?
Идем к дому Бонни. О, револьвер.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Так, какие-то такие задания пока
Come
что.
on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
Опять на лошадь садимся сейчас. Куда-то едем. Или скачем.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Let's go.
Блин, а можно побыстрее как-то?
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Easy now.
Какие кролики?
Come on, then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
Избавьтесь от кроликов. Блять, куда ты лезешь? Так. Блин, это они типа в огород лезут.
You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. That rabbits didn't stand a chance. Let's mount up and patrol the rest of the property.
А шкуру типа нельзя забрать, да?
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to
Может, она
cover.
сейчас и не надо.
If it's not the rustler stealing our cattle, it's the rabbit stealing our crop.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Damn coyotes are fast. We can't afford to lose any more
койоты.
livestock. Kill 'em, Mr. Marston.
О, двоих
Quick, they're going after the chickens.
подстрелил. Не понял. Там что, лошадь загрызают? Не. Это они испугались. Блин, а ну быстрее, давай как-то. А кого-то он понес. Курицу? Да, кур.
Well, we got rid of the
Хватает.
coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room.
Ну, хоть постреляли чуть-чуть.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Если вы потеряете свою лошадь, она,
Thank you for your help,
блин,
Mr.
не
Marston.
прочитала.
Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Чтобы сохранить игру, блин, сон занимает 6 часов. Вы также можете взять патроны из ящика в жилище. Ага, все, сохранение. В магазинах. Ага. Ну, давай сохранимся. Некоторые люди могут продавать вам карты или газеты, в которых можно найти ценную информацию. Ага. А как сохраниться? Вот так. Все, уже утро наступает. Новая запись в меню. Наряд джентльмена. Какой-то костюм новый. Не, игрушка довольно неплохо смотрится. Хорошо, блин. Давай еще одно задание возьмем. Блин, так быстро загрузил компьютер.
Oh, Mr. Marston.
Не успел прочитать
How are
даже.
you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland.
Быстро
Thank you. How are
грузит.
you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson, or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
Что, сейчас гонки будут? А ну-ка.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Ой, опять на лошадь давай. Садиться. Отправляйтесь к месту старта.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a
Хрена
gentleman
себе, что
about
так
this.
быстро?
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Let's go.
You'll have to do better than that.
О! Уже обогнал. Во время езды галопом быстро нажимайте левый shift, чтобы ненадолго ускориться. Запас выносливости лошади будет снижаться, если пришпоривать ее слишком часто. И она может сбросить. Блин, дочитался, что она меня обогнала. Бля. Да какого хрена? Да блин, а! Надо дорогах и лошадиных тропах ваша лошадь будет бежать быстрее. Сука, какого хрена? Так понял, я уже проиграл. Стой. О! Да блин, а что с лошадью? Сука. Блять, ну ё-моё, ну чё ты сделал? Ой, блин, Вообще охренеть, управление какое-то дебильное. О, форт видно отсюда. Блять, заебало, уже не появляйся, сука. С этим залипанием клавиш, блин. Сука. Блять, хорошо, все. Вечно как этот shift нажимаю, блин, хрень это выскакивает. Ну чё за хрень? Вообще, на самом деле, не тяжело это пройти, блин. Это еще из-за этой фигни, которая выскакивает.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarlane.
You do whatever you think best, Mr. Marston.
Гонка довольно несложная. Ее легко проходить. Просто, блин, если бы еще лошадь не тупила. Теперь вы можете поговорить с маршалом Джонсоном в Армадило, отправляйтесь к метке на карте. Давай, сейчас сохранюсь. К маршалу уже, наверное, поедем в следующей серии. А, это магазин. Это магазин, блин. А, ну-ка, что у меня еще за костюмы есть? Ух ты! Ничего себе костюм. Прикольный. А, ну. Ладно, пусть пока старый будет. Потом, если что, поменяем. Не надо мне костюм. Давай, сохраняйся. Так. Да, перезаписать. Ну все, в принципе, на этом можно уже заканчивать серию. Так что на этом все. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал, нажимайте на колокольчик, выберите все уведомления, пишите комментарии, все ссылки будут в описании. Всем пока.